Certainly do. Well, there has, as Mike mentioned, been an outpouring of emotional reaction and support for the family from local politicians all morning. There's Mike Shue.
Oh, yeah.
He's live at the Towson County office building.
Yes.
And I know you've been speaking with a number of them, Mike, and even those on social media, even those who have been his opponents or who have disagreed with him over time or have even vocally argued with him publicly over time, all of them nevertheless are paying homage to his dedication, to his service, and all of them are feeling very brokenhearted today because of his loss. Mike?
Yeah, indeed, Denise. I mean, there's a deep respect for Kevin Kamenetz in the sense that you could disagree with him. He could disagree with you, but he wanted to know your position. He wanted to learn it, as he said, to make sure that there aren't any potholes in the road, because he wanted to understand, is he missing something? And so when he made a decision, he could feel like it was a good decision. And one of the other things to dovetail what you're talking about health is everybody I talked to this morning who knew him and who was friends with him, they all felt that he was in better shape than they were, that he was more health conscious, that he was healthier than they were. He was height, weight proportionate. He looked after what he ate. He exercised, and he talked about it all the time. So when anyone dies, it is a shock. But when someone who's seemingly as healthy as Kevin was, it makes it hard on people who just don't expect to wake up and to find their good, true friend suddenly gone because of something like this. One of the other things I wanted to talk about is that the words people are using, they're using words like numb and stunned, in shock to describe what was going on. And leaders from both parties across the state, they are more than willing to talk about Kevin because they did respect him so much, even if they did disagree with him. And all morning we've been talking to his friends, his colleagues, and politicians, and here are some of their thoughts.
He cared about them in a personal way as well. When you work with a county executive for as long as most of us have, you really do become a family, and you care about each other in a very, very special way. So this is a very, very difficult time, but again, our primary thoughts right now are helping Jill and the boys deal with what just has to be a horrific morning.
This is a total shock. I, as you know, used to be a much larger person. I've lost a lot of weight, and part of that is because Kevin was pushing me. Kevin said, you know, you need to be around. You need to be around for Mary Jo. You need to be around for Sandy and your kids. And he cared. He really cared deeply about people. And the fact that he's gone today, it's just devastating. And I still think I'm in a nightmare.
I was notified that Kevin Kamenetz, our county executive for Baltimore, had passed away. Just shocking news. Considered him a friend, someone you could always have a conversation with, a great supporter of Baltimore City.
So Don Moeller there, his chief of staff, and Sam Moxley, a former councilman, they both had tears in their eyes when they were talking to me about their friend, and that's what they became. Initially they were colleagues, but they became friends. And Sam Moxley was saying that they were in each other's weddings, and they know the friend details about each other's lives, not just the political things that went on in the governing of this county. Now, Kamenetz told Don Moeller, his chief of staff, this. He said, when he's gone, he'll be judged on whether he cleared the snow, whether he filled the potholes, and whether he kept people safe. And Kevin Kamenetz indeed did that and much more. So that is the scene here from the courthouse in Towson. I'm Mike Shue reporting live. Back to you on TV Hill.
That's echoes of one of the politicians that he admired, William Donald Schaefer. You know, focus on the small and get it done, get it done. And in that sense, he was a true public servant, a true public servant. I don't think he saw politics as a springboard to some larger national platform. I think he cared about the county. This is just my personal feeling.
Right.
And he cared about the state, and he really wanted to help people and make their lives better.